It's your girl TK. How y'all doing?
We're on episode number 61. Can you believe it? 61 episodes.
Ooh,
We are
ooh.
in there.
Man, we there.
So if you haven't seen the post, I did make a post the other day because someone had a birthday, of course. Yes,
It was
TK.
me. It was me, in fact. And yes, I had a birthday always around the holidays, so events in town get overcast by the old school event here in Huntsville every year. So didn't have any plans this year, but it's all good. I'm not my next big milestone is gonna be 50. And when I turn 50, the whole country gonna know about it. You hear me? I'm telling.
Whoa.
I'm
Country.
telling. Yeah, I say that to say
Okay.
because, you know, I have a different outlook on life now, and I'm trying to be here to 50 and beyond. So, yep,
Okay. I hope you had a wonderful, amazing birthday, which was the 26th, right? Correct?
that's right. Sunday.
Okay. Oh, Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't remember the actual day, but okay. Um. Yeah, I didn't remember the actual day, but but yeah. So happy birthday to TK. If she wants to tell her age, she can. If she doesn't have to.
We
But
close to 50. That's all everybody need to know. We closer to 50 than 40 now at this point. So just that's it. That's all we're gonna say.
okay. So of course, for episode 61, who are you telling on this week?
Man, I had so many people I was gonna tell on this week, just toss and turn. But I decided to, in honor of yesterday's holiday, um, I would like to tell on the people that get Memorial Day and Veterans Day confused. Um, I many years ago was one of those people, and then I grew
Mm.
up. I realized what the holidays are for because anybody would know as an adult that a memorial is in remembrance of,
You
and
just
veterans would be what honors all those who served. And
yes.
I saw a few Facebook posts yesterday of people wanting to be, nobody tells them Happy Memorial Day and they served. And I want to say,
Huh? People that serve said that?
yeah.
Oh my.
And well, I mean, I don't really know this person, but it was awkward. And then I come to find out that a lot of people get those dates confused. You wouldn't think somebody that served would, but I mean,
Yeah.
hey, it maybe they didn't. I don't know. They could have lied. I really don't know this person very well to say that they were in service, but it really upset me. And had I not been, someone that's trying to change, I probably would have went in on them on their own post. Those are the types of things that I used to do. Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm telling on. Like, it probably upsets people anyway, but they just let you slide with it. But I'm here to tell you, no. In fact, it is idiotic. Memorial
Mm.
Day is for the in to be in memoriam of someone that has passed away while serving in the armed forces.
Yes. And Veterans
And
Day is for anyone that served either currently
right,
past, and it's for everybody. That
right. So let's get it together, people, and do the right thing. Okay, all right. That's who I'm telling on. People that don't know the difference, cause baby, mm, mm,
So for me, for episode 61, I am telling on none other than
no name.
I might say the name. I'm not. I went to this restaurant that sells sandwiches. Let's just go there. And I had to order online to get the deal. And so I ordered online. And
mm,
I specifically said no onions.
mm.
And they gave me onions. Like I really hate like raw onions are just nasty to me. Like if you cook your onions, then that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with onions at that point. But non-fried onions is disgusting. I don't put them on my burger.
Oh wow.
The only time onions are on my burger, they need to be sauteed or something. My onions need to be cooked. I will take pickled. I have grown accustomed to some pickled onions, but to just give me some raw onions is totally disrespectful. And then like I looked at the bag because I was like, well, maybe they misunderstood me or something in my notes when I removed the onions off of it. But no, the bag clearly says my name, the the sandwich that I ordered, and it says no onions. It says no onions, and they
Now,
still gave me onions.
were onions originally on the regular way it's made?
Yes,
Okay, well, I don't have any sympathy for you.
but
I
I put
get
no
that.
onions on it. But only
I
the
get it.
only reason, like, because you have to click what you won't remove off of it
I know.
on
I
the.
get. I get that. And I just know that sometimes in being and more likely it was a fast food environment, um, they train the way the sandwich is supposed to come,
But no,
and
but
then
if they have a whole thing that says no onions, they should like no
they
onion
should.
me.
I agree. They should. But I was thinking maybe this they didn't have onions on it originally and then they just put them on there for you
Oh
like
no,
volunteer.
no.
But yeah, I get how they can happen. So yeah, that
But it
sucks.
shouldn't have happened.
It sucks for you, but normal people eat onions. So I guess they figured maybe that was a mistake or error or something like that. So I never either you eat onions or you don't. I never heard of anyone saying they have to be a certain way.
Yeah, it's
But
kind of
that's
like the people that with the people that have the issues with the um like ketchup and tomato. Like they'll eat ketchup but not tomato, or they eat tomato and not ketchup. Same
very
difference.
strange people.
It's
Yeah,
it's a
very very
it's a
strange people.
texture. It's a texture.
It's a texture,
Yeah, it's a texture
really.
issue. And for me, I don't. Well, actually, they're just nasty.
Mm,
So
mm-mm. Nothing nasty about the onion, whether it's red, white, yellow. They're all delicioso in any shape, form, or fashion. Now, I won't eat it raw like an apple, like some country folks around here will. I cannot do that, but I love onions. But yeah, they that sucks because Mass got the onion juice on your sandwich, even if you took it off, huh? But
well,
it,
they were pretty dry, so
yeah, I
I
was gonna
took
say
it off.
raw onions don't really leave much of a
Yeah,
trail behind, but yeah,
yeah, they were
bless
pretty
your
dry.
heart.
So
Were you still able to enjoy your meal, or
because I took them off, obviously.
yeah, you should have ate them. You probably would have liked it.
Mm, mm,
Mm.
nasty. Anyway,
No.
the first story is cool when they do it. It's the problem when we do it, and it has to do with lovely Kelly Rowland. Also has to do with a couple other people, but I don't really know them like that, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it was
say,
somebody else that got into it. It was the same type of
yeah.
person. Yeah,
So if you're not familiar, Cannes Film
film
Festival
festival.
was like last week, and
Mhm.
part of the red carpet, Kelly was on it looking stunning, and the security guard or whatever basically was trying to rush her off.
She was standing on her dress.
Yeah, she was doing a lot.
She was
She was
doing too
doing a lot.
much. She was hating on Kelly because she a black woman in this position, and she wished like she was, and not a security guard. And she went above and beyond her let's just say her wheelhouse. Cause you know, first off, ho, you standing on my dress. I don't know what that feels like. So I really don't know how, I don't know if that's really disrespectful or anything.
It's
But
disrespectful. Because
but yeah,
especially when you know it, because if you know you're stepping on somebody's dress, you automatically then like at fancy events, like because I've been to fancy events where I have long dresses that I have to like you know do the proper etiquette of like slightly
I
raising the
get it.
dress so I don't fall.
See that now those type of clothes are called hell no for TK because I don't nothing I got to step in two different parts. But they in the prom pictures they be standing on them girls dresses like is that not what
but
you supposed to?
but I think that's their intentions of it. Like that's something that they came up with for whatever reason. Like
I
they
think
obviously,
Curly Sue intended to stand on her dress now.
no, I'm saying like the
Fully.
prom people that they have it set up that way.
Okay. Well, I
That's
didn't know.
different, and then they also know each other because they're dates,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to just random stranger. Now Kelly
But did you
made a
see? Oh, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
so Kelly made a statement saying that pretty much everybody else got to be able to stand and do their thing, and it was an issue with her.
Right.
Um, and she said nobody else looks like her, and that's um,
A problem.
yeah, and that was a problem because everybody else, and even the other person, I can't think of her name, but I think
I didn't know her
she's
either.
Hispanic, I
Yes.
believe, and I think she had a picture of, I want to say she had a picture of Jesus on her dress, crucified. Now that may have had some other um
Well, we're not going to
other
go
notices
there.
about there, but the person kept on like they were the whoever the person was trying to like swing their dress to make sure that the pictures are visible,
Mm-hmm.
and with the full tail of the dress, and for whatever
Right.
reason they kept on, every time she would do that they would basically pick it up. So I
Exactly.
don't know if that one was also racially motivated, as Kelly mentioned, allegedly, or if it
Religiously
was,
motivated.
yeah, religiously. I'm not really sure. Cause,
Interesting.
but yeah.
Well, I will have to admit that I didn't pay much attention to the other lady.
Mm,
Um, I just got, I don't know. I think Kelly is Kelly from Houston too.
yeah,
Okay,
they
so
lived together.
she got that Houston finger in her face
Well,
and
that's where
let
she
her
grew up.
know.
I don't know if she's from there, but that's
Let
how she
her
grew up.
know. Cause all the pictures show Kelly like this right here. Like I know you didn't. So I believe the lady said something she didn't need to say. And we definitely know she was standing on her dress and put her hands upon her.
Well, people were saying that the lady didn't know who Kelly Rowland was, and I was like, how can you not know who Kelly Rowland, is? Like,
They're in France. They may not
no, but
know who
I
they.
know they're in France, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think, to me, I don't think Kelly is like, I don't think she's
She
so
had
far
blonde
down on
hair.
the celebrity pole that people don't know her. Like,
She
that's
had
what
a
I
blonde
just,
shortcut, so she might not have recognized her. We can't. There's a lot of moving pieces to this, so I don't know about that now. Her being in France now, if that had been somewhere in this country, I'd have been like, "Oh, ho, you know who Kelly Rowland is." But I don't. And just I don't know anyone that is French, so I can't anticipate to know what they might be thinking.
so
But I know.
apparently also, days after the Kelly Rowland thing, they also did the same. I think it's the same. Yeah, I believe the same security person did it also to a K-pop star too.
Oh yeah, she racist. They Korean.
So black, Hispanic, and now Korean.
It was the same lady that was on the Hispanic lady. I saw a man messing with her.
So my mama just texted me and told me she has no idea who Kelly Rowland is.
My,
It's okay.
mm,
It's okay, Mama. I'll send you a picture of Kelly Rowland. You know Destiny's Child.
Destiny cheering.
But that's hilarious. But yeah, so she did it to she did, I guess the girl name is Yona Yo Yoona.
Yana,
Yon well,
Yana.
I'm not I don't know what Yono. I don't know. I
We
don't
don't
know.
know this one. We don't care about this one. We talking about
No,
Kelly
because it all goes
Rowland.
together, because racism is racism, and the fact that it appears that this lady is being very, discriminatory toward the people that are not white.
That are not. Did you say white? Did that come out?
White.
Did your city just come at you? White? Because not what? Well, I mean, France does have its known prejudice against persons of color. So we don't know, but she looked fairly, young, probably in her late 30s, 40s. So I don't know. I wouldn't know what to speculate was going through her head. But when she saw this Franga and she heard "Get your fucking hands off me," that's when she realized, oh, I might be out of line. Yeah, but nah, she really wasn't. Did you see the size of her large hand on Kelly's back? She wasn't scared. She probably was a boxer.
Yeah, like it was just like I said, it was very, and what also was very, I caught this. I don't know if anybody else caught this. I'm quite sure some people have. But it wasn't until what I am going to assume, I don't really know the girl, bro. I'm gonna assume it was a white, probably
Anglo-Saxon.
publicist
Oh,
or whatever. I don't really know her title. I'm just making it up. I don't really know. But there was a white lady that actually came near Kelly, and when this whole situation happened, and looked at the lady and was like, and then the lady kind of backed off. So I thought that was very telling that she wanted to back off a little once she saw this white lady basically, I guess, vouching for Kelly or whatever for Kelly. And I was like, OMG, because clearly the lady, like I said, I could totally be wrong, but she looked like she may have been like a publicist or something. I don't know who Kelly manager is. I think it may be her husband, but I'm
yeah, you
not
did yourself a
100%.
disservice not joining the FBI. But there was there, I didn't see all of that, so I will have to roll that beautiful bean footage back and check and take a look and see what you saw. Because if that at that point, then I really would have made a scene. Like there would have really been a whole scene if she backed up because the white lady, she thought the white lady was my ally because that's what they do. That's why we need y'all. See, white people, y'all can come in handy to us in a lot of ways by being allies in ways that don't cost you a thing. You know what I mean? Like y'all always want to give this and give that, give this money to the no, 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 no. All you need to do is when you see another person of your persuasion harassing, meddling, bothering us, you come up to them and you act like you are a friend and get them off our backs. That is your way to be an ally. Because, like, I mean, y'all giving this money ain't coming to me. It's not helping me in any kind of way. I need y'all when I be like, hey, Susie, can you get your people? I need you to jump in there and handle them like this publicist did for Kelly. So that's way to send the outreach, way to let them know that this is how you can help me as a black person because they always want to, what can I do? What can I do? How can I help you, TK? Well, I mean, if you're not gonna write me no check for a significant amount of money, just be my ally. I mean, seriously, that's it. That's how you can help me and all black people is when you see your folks doing dumb shit. That's when you be like, you know what, you really ought to not do that because it's really not. I mean, it's not appropriate. They don't take checking from us, which they should, but they don't.
Because
They'll
like I
take
said, I
checking from
believe
you all.
I believe, Kelly base I don't know who the lady is. Like I said, she seemed like she may have been in some kind of working position. I'm just gonna assume she a publicist. But
Maybe she
yeah,
was just
so
pressed herself. If she's that close, she had to be pressed. Because your publicist has to be your guest on the red carpet if they with you. They can't just walk up with you.
well, the lady like came up. The lady I'm talking about, like she just, end up coming up. Let me see who. Apparently, they said that okay, so she did it to Kelly. So the person she's Dominican. She's Masala Tavares.
Where the hell you get Yoni from?
No, no, that's the Hispanic person. I said she's Dominican. I said
Oh,
Hispanic, but I said she's Dominican. So it's like Masel, Massiel. Masel? I don't know. Baby, me
it is
pronouncing
some
these names is
French.
hilarious to
Yeah,
me.
French ain't gonna be your forte right there. Let's just go on and move to Masir. It's probably something weird. They have. I want to learn French because French I think is when you string it together, it sounds good. It sounds a hot mess when you just say words, separate words together. But when you can string it together, mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So I don't I think this lady has issues because apparently she also did the same thing. She actually bear hugged the lady out of the way. And baby,
Listen,
she's a Ukrainian. She basically bear hugged a Ukrainian model out of the way. And
oh,
baby, her name is Swa. It's Swa Sawa
Vichy Swa.
Shawa.
You know what?
No, I'm not even gonna
Stop
try to
now.
pronounce that last name. I'm not
Well,
gonna
you know
try.
what? I
It's
see
not
her
gonna
like
work for me.
she's she's definitely not a bleach blonde, but she's definitely got a butch body and a large hand. So her threat of putting her hands on Kelly, that should be pursued. Kelly, I think you should file charges simply because women with large hands like that make me nervous.
Wait, who?
And yeah, it's weird. Like Paula Patton, she got large hands. Her hand make two of mine. Like seriously, this is Paula Patton's hand right here. You feel me? That's how big it is, and it's weird and it's scary. And so,
Wait, how big is Paula Pan hands?
oh my god, look at
Oh
tell me
my.
that son of a gun. Just now, this is one. This is two of mine, but this is one of hers. Yeah, okay. I'm just saying. So yeah, let the she gonna get a whole lot of flack for putting her hands on one of the divas of this country. But again, I say she might not have recognized Miss Rowland with the blonde hair, and they're trying to say she's doing some skin lightening, honey. I don't think so. I think the light is catching her, and then the blonde. When you have blonde hair, you look shinier. I don't know. It's just weird,
They talk Kelly. I am struggling with these names.
and now that's the French
Kelly.
ones. Mm. But yeah, Kelly. Hmm. They were trying to say I saw some things saying that she was possibly lightening herself, which is a shame because
I
her
don't
her
really think
skin
that
tone.
some people are just the lighting because even when I do TikToks, my lighting is a lot different than what my lighting is.
Mine isn't.
I'm just saying mine is.
I'm beautiful dark chocolate all day long.
Oh,
So
you
I
lighter
don't
than
know.
me, and I'm not
I,
chocolate.
I doubt it.
I'm not dark
But the
chocolate.
thing about it is that Miss Rowland is a lovely, lovely shade of brown. Honey, that butter brown. Have you ever had that butter toffee coffee cream? That's what kind of brown Miss Kelly is, and she should stay that way. But I did notice a few things. But again, when you have filters and lighting, I don't trust any pictures these days. That's not the real people of anyone.
Okay. Okay.
We need to
That's
move on.
interesting. That's
Hmm.
interesting. I also want to point out if you are watching this on your TV or if you are watching this um, on your phone, if you turn it to landscape, you should see our cool logo. If you, I think you should only see it then.
I
No, you can
apologize
see
for
it
the
regular.
awkward
You can see it
behavior.
regular. You can see it regular. It's in the bottom. It's under TK. Bottom right. Is that
It's
the?
under you.
It's under. It's under
It's under
for me and
you.
my TV. From what I'm watching, it's under
It's
you.
under you.
But anyway, I just wanted
Beautimus
to point.
logo. It's
I just wanted to
Beautimus.
point it at. I just want to point that out because I
Thank you
thought
for
it was like
pointing.
cool. Um. Anyway, so the next story is about.
I
Is that a
think
baby crying?
well, no, he's not a baby.
Oh, so
He's
the
not a
next
baby.
thing is the WNBA. So
Yeah.
let me tell you. Okay, so there's a couple things going on in the WNBA. Of course, is it Elisa Thomas?
No, it's
Is
not.
Alyssa?
No.
Is it Alyssa?
Mm-mm.
Who knocked over Angela Reese and fouled out and got ejected from the game? Ain't her name
Oh,
Alyssa
I thought
Thomas?
yes, I thought you was talking about something else. I don't know who she was because I don't. unfortunately know a lot of women in the in the WNBA. It was a yeah, that was a big story too. I thought you was talking about something different.
Oh no, no, we're going to talk about the NBA and I mean WNBA in general. So one of the things, of course, some of these players have like been in relationships with each other, and dang, Carrington was in a relationship with. Oh my goodness, why are names escaping me tonight?
Because you worried about the wrong thing. Well,
Go
the
ahead, then I'll find it for you. But yeah, go ahead.
the what Miss Spicy is trying to come up with is that Alyssa, whoever she was, uh, gave a welcome to Miss Angel Reese in the form of a flagrant foul in a game the other night,
And she got
and
ejected from the game.
she did, and
Hmm.
it was a good thing to do. These girls gonna realize that they coming into a game, but Angel handled that, and I do believe that her team
Yeah,
won was victorious on that. So, you know,
and I
if
like what Angel said. Angel was like, she was basically saying that just because she's Angel Reese doesn't mean that nobody should take it easy on her. And I think the reason why she said it, and I don't think it was necessarily intended to be any shade, but people were saying that because Caitlin Clark is the face or is now considered the face of the WNBA, that
what a face.
they need to basically, allow her to shine. And because apparently her stats hasn't been all that, um, she's been getting shut down apparently.
The same
Um,
way college players come to the league, the professional league, and realize that they were hot shit in college, but they're not hot shit in the professional world, which she will be. She just can't keep doing the same thing she's been doing. She's gonna have to learn how to drive to the paint and score her points. Like ain't nobody gonna sit here and let you shoot threes from the half court all night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna happen in the league. These hoes gonna make you play ball.
yeah,
Which to me, she ain't got a complete game. To me, she's a shooter. I mean, I can give you that. But you got a lot of shooters in the league that don't have a complete game, and that's the NBA too. You know what I mean? These folks, you give them the shot clock about to run out, you throwing the ball, they shoot it, it's good. You got all them kind of players on every level. But
yep,
them same players can't drive to the hole and get you a point. And that's what you're gonna have to do eventually in the WNBA. This ain't Steph Curry world. This is the WNBA. You're not gonna be able to like ain't nobody setting screens for you to get open and shooting from half court, Kate. You gonna have to get down there, and she eventually will be, but she's scared because that's what they doing. They targeting her right now. These women, they out here playing women that's been in the league 20 plus years. You hear me?
yeah.
That's trying
Well,
to that's just now getting above earning anywhere close to $500,000. And Caitlyn come out with 28 million from a Nike contract.
they're apparently their top out is a whole lot different from like obviously the NBA.
Yeah,
Um, Something about it is that because the Las Vegas tourist committee, whatever they're called, it may not be committee, it may be another word, but it was basically the tourism board. That's the word I'm looking for. Tourism board was trying to give each player $100,000 that was on the Aces, which is their local team. And now, because of that, they're actually under investigation by the WNBA because they're trying to say they're circumventing the salary cap.
yeah. I mean that is a way to circumvent the salary cap. So that the point of
But
life is
they
that
basically did it as like a sponsor, and I was like, well, if it's technically a sponsor, like let them people put them on a commercial somewhere, and that's their money. They did a commercial, they get $100,000. I'm just saying, there's ways to do it if
yeah,
they're
but
sponsor. If
you
I'm just
also
saying,
gotta
because the
pay for the
sponsor,
you gotta pay for the airtime for the commercial too. So you ask out both ways because it's not guaranteed that they're gonna it's not guaranteed that any team that didn't draw one of these high value players is gonna have any spike in sales other than the games when they play the
No,
said players.
I don't think so for the Las Vegas Aces because they have back to back champions. So they're back
What
to
is
back champions.
in the
So they
WNBA?
but yeah, but I'm saying they're
A
back to
hundred
back
thousand
champions. So
dollars is nothing. Do you hear
it's
me?
but it's more than their when the starting salary is in, they posted, I think, Caitlin's potential salary, and she's like expected to make like $70,000 this year, 70 some $1,000.
Yeah, on her
So 100,000,
WNBA
so 100,000,
salary.
so additional $100,000. That's big. That's huge.
No, what I'm saying is it's not. It may be huge to them, but as far as what it would cost the actual team in fines, it's not. I mean, it's like okay, so what? We're trying to boost them, you know, to get this aspect because they don't have that kind of money to throw away. You know what I'm saying? Like this league is not. It's been
Well, I
around
know,
20.
but the team didn't give it to them. The Las Vegas Tourism Board gave it to them
Right. That's what I'm saying. I get that. That's what I'm saying. So
as
it's
a
not.
sponsor. As a sponsor, that's why I said all you really got to do for for sponsor purposes, just stick them on a billboard somewhere and keep on going.
No, it doesn't work that way. That's what I'm saying. The tourism board would have probably given them more, but they can't earn it. Like you can't do it. Like that's your salary. $70,000 is your salary. Anything else, it could be looked at as coercion, especially in Las Vegas. Like
Well,
you
that's
have
why I
to.
said it. That's why they're saying they want to sponsor and give them. That's why I said if they're sponsoring, then just throw them on an ad, and they are a sponsor because just the same way as the deal with Nike, it's the same way.
I don't think. I think you're misunderstanding how that actually works. But yeah, they're going to be investigated and probably found guilty. But it's not going
Well,
to
I don't
affect the
think they got the
players.
money. They haven't gotten the money. I don't think they got the money yet, so they may
Right.
just
It's
not get
it's
the
not gonna
money.
it's not no, they're not gonna get no, that's definitely not gonna happen. But it's okay because this game is about I think they need to give Caitlyn her respect. Angel Reese and Cardoso are going to eventually be the ones that take it over if they stay together. They got rookie contracts. They ain't got no real deal. If they start to
Well,
make real
Cardosa is
money,
currently out. She's currently out
she's
because of
she's
an
hurt.
injury.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
hurt. But yeah, but what I'm saying is that's gonna be the X factor. Do you realize how well they'll start playing when she come back? Like
yeah.
Caitlin Clark is the one that they need to be thanking, but she's not going to be the yes. I mean, I'm
Why
with
should they be
Charles
thinking her?
because okay. I don't know how to put this. All right. What's the majority of the race of the majority of the players in the WNBA?
I guess they're
Black.
black. I don't know. I guess
Okay.
they're black.
So these black women have been doing this
Actually, I think it's a pretty. I feel like
no.
it might be a.
Trust me, whatever you about to say, it's not.
I feel like it's probably a good mix. Yeah, I feel like it may be a good mix. I feel like it may be half and half, or either if it's not half and half, it may be like 60-40.
It's not even
I don't
close.
really think it's. I
But
don't think it's.
the black women that have been a part of this game in this league for 20 plus years are now just now able to take chartered flights, okay? Because
But
people
apparently, they were going to get the charter flights anyway. That was already in the works.
I
That
don't
was
think
already
so.
in the works.
It
Keep
wasn't
it
in the
also
works
in mind
until
that
she started decided that she declared for the damn draft.
no,
That
they
might have
said
been in the
people
works.
were saying that it was in the works before that, like last year.
It might have been in the works for 20 years, but it didn't happen until who came to the league. Okay. Well, what I'm saying is they need to be thanking her simply because that she is bringing, let's just say, white people to watch. Black people watching this game, it ain't gonna get no money. These white people are watching now. They think they can get some money out of her being famous. It's bringing a whole different aspect. These teams they never sold out arenas, let alone season tickets before Caitlyn. So this is the excitement that she has brought. Now I don't think she's gonna be able to hold on to it. Like for real, I just don't see her as a complete basketball player. She's not big enough. She need to put on some weight. She need to get out there and put on some muscle and bang in the paint with these women. Like these women gonna start beating her ass. Like she gonna get injured down in there if she keep trying to go in there. She has no dribble game to me. Like her, all she is a 3-point shooter or a mid. She can't even shoot mid range for real, and that's important in the WNBA.
So
So
I
my
just
thing is,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I think they should need to be thanking her, but ain't nobody finna kiss her ass. She
Well,
still got to come to play every day.
Well, I just pulled up an article that was published on the WNBA website back in April of 2023 saying that the WNBA to expand charter flights program for 2023 season. So again, none of this has to do with necessarily Caitlin, but these were things that
Again,
are
did it
already going to
happen
be
in
in place.
2023? Huh? Did it happen in 2023?
That's what they were saying.
No. Did the actual charter flights happen in 2023? That's what I'm asking you. You could have
But
been
I'm
talking
saying
about
that's why
this.
I'm
Somebody
saying
could have
that. But
mentioned
I
it
just said that it was. That's why I'm saying like it was in the
in
works.
the
Like it
works.
was in the
That
works
doesn't
way
mean it's
before
in the
Caitlin.
works.
But it actually says WNBA to expand charter flights program for 2023 season, and this was posted April 10th, 2023.
Yes.
On the WNBA website.
Did it happen?
Last year.
Did it happen last year? No.
Girl,
it's just now happening this year. So
apparently it was already happening. They're just extending it to more flights.
Right. So you don't think they had nothing to do with her?
No.
Okay.
They've been trying to do things.
They've been trying to do things, and then just so happened when the great white hype come, they're able to do it. Come on now. Yeah. I just, you know what? Just next subject.
You want me to send you this article?
No, I want you to realize what you're saying and realize what I'm saying. It was in the works, but it didn't work out until when? This year?
No, apparently what I'm saying is that apparently they just expanded it even more. That's what I'm trying to say.
So what I'm saying is everybody didn't have charter flights, right? Everybody didn't have it in 2023. Just a few people, right?
In 2022, because they expanded it in 2023.
Whatever year, everybody didn't have it. Now, guess what? Everybody got it. So if you don't think that has anything to do with Caitlin Clark, I don't know what to tell you. We need to move on to the next subject because it's ridiculous.
Well, I'm telling you what the WNBA said in 2023 before Caitlin was
right, and I'm telling you, read between the lines. Read between the lines.
But they already had chartered flights, though. That's my point. They already had chartered flights.
Done. If you don't understand what I'm saying, there's no point in us keep having this argument. You don't get what I'm saying. Like
I get what you're saying. You're saying that because of Caitlin,
they wouldn't have expanded it this year had it not been for her. Because she is what's bringing attention to the league right now. I don't know if you get that, but Angel Reese and Kim Kardashian, none of those women are the talent, but they're not what people.
Kim.
Whatever her name is, Camilla.
Yes.
Whatever. Don't you try to correct me on no name because that's just ridiculous. But the thing about it is, I'm just tired of talking. We need to go to the next subject. Because it's pointless to try to debate a topic with you. You clearly have no insight on. You're reading an article saying that they were intended to, but they did not.
No, I said they expanded. They expanded. They were already doing.
And yes, you had private people paying for these teams' flights. Private people, the same people where you talking about the tourism board. Okay. So you have private people paying for these certain teams because everybody wouldn't have it. Because if it's a league, everybody got to have the same thing, right?
So I don't know if they got all
exactly because you're just talking based off somebody that said an article that said that they had a few flights in 2023.
I'm on the WNBA page,
right? Like, saying one side of it. You're saying that they had. Oh my God! Can we please go to the next subject? Thank you.
What I'm saying is that I understand clearly what you're saying. You're saying that Caitlin has caused everybody to be able to have a charter flight. There are still some teams that are not doing charter, that still have not been on charter flights.
What the article say? What the article say?
This article is talking from 2023, was talking about them expanding it from the 2022 season.
Well, tell me now. Who don't have charter flights?
There were people, I don't know which teams, because I don't know them teams like that.
Then why? Can we please go to the next topic, because this is ridiculous.
But there have been WNBA
the reason why that these people are getting more and more things that they should have been gotten. She is the reason, whether you believe that or not. I hate to tell you that, but that's why we the ops. And can we move on?
Opposite.
Good.
But I just want to point out that clearly in 2022 they had charter flights.
Thank you so much. They had flights. Two teams had flights,
they
and
expanded.
now,
So
good
they
Lord, have mercy.
expanded in 2023.
Where do you
So
think they came from?
obviously
Where do you think the
from
expansion came from?
2022. They was expanding in 2023 as well. That's my point. They have gradually been trying to expand this. That's my whole point. I think
And my whole
even
point
if
is,
Caitlyn would
even
have
though
been
they were
able to
trying to
stay,
expand it, they didn't do it until this season, and that has everything to do with Clayton Clark. That's all I'm saying. Can we just acknowledge that?
I don't agree
Well, you don't
at
have to. This
all.
ain't the show that you have to agree with me on. I'm telling you how it is. You telling me how you want it to be. So I mean, it's
It's
gonna be
not
the.
how it wanted to be. I'm telling you what the WNBA is saying. 20 last year they expanded it from 2022, so obviously they're also expanding it from what it was in 2023 as well. So to in 2024, that's my whole
There
point.
wouldn't
I
have been
don't
the
think it
money there
had.
if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. You don't think it had. That's just you. You're probably the only one that thinks that. That's what I'm saying. Like, seriously, can we please move on? Because this is getting ridiculous. If you really don't think that anything that has to do with this girl and solely this girl, then there's no other point in us discussing this. Because that is what's happened, whether you want to believe that or not.
So explain why
Seriously.
they had. So explain why they said they were expanded in 2023 then from 2022. Explain that then. Was she playing for the WNBA then? No, she
No, she
wasn't.
wasn't.
That's my whole point.
And it's a
Whole point.
ridiculous point. My point is, if it weren't for her, they wouldn't have access to that. It wouldn't have been no expansion from 2022, 2023, or 2024. That's what I'm getting at. So if we can't move on to the next subject, we're gonna have to end because I'm tired of discussing this with you because you clearly are reading an article and saying and have no frame of reference to why this game is this league is gonna be better because of Caitlin Clark. So if you really
Did
think that
I
she
never
has,
said it
yes, you
wasn't? I
did.
never.
Yes, this is what you're
No, I
saying.
said
Yeah.
that this charter flight
Oh my
had
god.
nothing to do with her because they have been
We are the
expanding.
ops. I'm it. I'm over it. Like seriously, can we go
They
to the
have
next
been
subject?
expanding. Okay, go ahead. Go
Because
ahead, talk about
good
it.
God, like it's really crazy to me that if you're not willing to understand something from another perspective, this
What are
girl
you talking
has
about? You
changed
the
the
one that's
game.
not understanding.
No,
You are
I
not
understand. You're
understanding.
understand.
Expanding,
You're saying
expanding, expanding. Expanding. She wasn't in 2023. They were expanding. Caitlin Clark was not on there. Of course, they're gonna keep expanding because that was the whole entire goal
no, it's
of the
not. What I'm
organization.
saying is, if it
You
wouldn't be
you
that, the
haven't even
money
looked at the
wouldn't be
article
there.
that I'm.
No, I don't want to look at the article because I have common sense. The common sense is telling me that they wouldn't be where they are with these particular type of flights if it weren't for her and what they're expecting from her. I don't know why you don't understand that. Thank you, Sabrina. Can we please move on? She want to prove somebody wrong so bad that she got to keep with
I'm
this, and
not
she
trying
has
to
no
prove
clue.
anything
Yes, you
wrong.
are.
I'm
Yes,
just
you are.
telling you
The
because I
next
don't think you
subject is,
understand.
if
Yeah, go ahead
anybody
then.
hasn't heard about this man and this man who's also a marathon runner, he pushed his children. His wife is also a marathon runner, and he's gonna push his children to go and hug her as she's finishing, allowing her to not finish where she should have. Do I think that is hating? I do. Everybody, the whole consensus, maybe not everybody, didn't expand to that belief, but I do believe that this. If you look at what happened, I feel like it was a hating behavior. This man is like on top in the marathon world, which people run marathons. My homegirl Joanna run marathons. I don't
Shout
see
out
the
to
point.
Joanna.
Shout out to JB. Um, I don't see why, but in that particular world, it's very competitive. Now, a husband and wife, I don't care how people want to see it, they compete with each other all the time. And from what I understood to believe happened, this this man understands what happens at the end of a marathon race. Like you're not supposed to send your children out there. You're not supposed to be in the way. Nobody's in the way. These people have run hundreds and thousands of kilometers and they're ready to be still and sit down. They're trying to win something or they're trying to complete something. So this man has instructed, and when I say instructed, his children to go back. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what I said. The fuck? I said that because everybody anyway, I ain't going back into that because I'm just over all this anyway. But the I feel like the man forced his children out there to make sure that she did not win and outdo him. And I think that is completely, completely inappropriate and grounds for divorce.
Well, that's what a lot of people saying. It was like clearly she needed to divorce him. I'm not saying all of that, but he was really wrong because
Really wrong.
and if you are not aware, I did post this on the
Not
podcast
Twitter
Facebook
person.
page.
Y'all weird.
So you'll be able to actually
Weird as fuck.
so you can actually see the video as well. Thank you for the suggestion of putting some of the things out there that we're talking about so you can kind of know in advance. So everybody else, for the most part, was behind the finish line.
Yeah.
You are supposed to be behind the finish
Behind
line.
the
And the
finish
fact
line.
that he kind of motioned them to be out there in to be
Instructed.
out there like in the road, basically. I guess I want to call it a road, like, or trail or whatever you want to call it. And then what I did not appreciate, when I guess someone said something to him, he's looking like, I don't understand why she didn't stop. I don't know what it is. Clearly, she's not going to stop because she's trying to finish the race.
That
Like,
was bro.
had she did anything prior to that, then the guy behind her would have beat her.
One. Yeah. That
Like,
is a
I don't know if
competitive
that was
world.
like, I don't know if that was, one and two or whatever. And obviously she still, because in most of the races you have like they have things broken down in age, and then they also have things broken down in gender as well. So but even if she would have been the first female one, if the other guy had won, like, you literally stripping her of opportunity to potentially be the first one,
Divorce.
and in general. And then the fact that he looked so shocked and surprised is what bothered me, because I'm like, you had to know this was wrong. What was the issue? And then it's kind of like she was kind of telling them already, like, no, because she kind of did some kind of hand motion. And then the kids still came out there. And to me, he just traumatized them kids even further,
That's
because
a man for you.
now they're thinking that their mother doesn't care about them.
You see why the women choose the bear? You probably don't. You probably don't. You probably don't, because that would make too much sense. But yeah, that's what it is. Men are the enemy. They are the enemy of women, and
I'm not saying all of that now.
you don't
No,
have to. I did because that's
I'm not.
ridiculous. You all put them on a pedestal to where they're like, oh no, definitely not. These men marry you and still secretly hate you sometimes. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, a little thing like a freaking race has literally destroyed their marriage. This is going to be the talk of town because everybody calling her a bad mama now because she didn't want to embrace her children. What she, I wouldn't have either. I'd have been like, if y'all let them get away from me, I got to finish this. And they probably knew that. The dad instructed them to go over there. He, like you said, he motioned them to go over there, knowing
Mm-hmm.
him being him a racer himself, knowing that that was not called for. That's not what you do. That's basically against the rules. Like, she could have been disqualified for that.
Yeah.
And so you do that in hopes that she won't win the race and then maybe be ahead of you or whatever. Like, please. Like, that's divorce. I'm sorry. I divorced for way less. And I am not I am not ashamed of that. Like, if nobody is gonna respect, like, that's a whole respect thing. If nobody is gonna respect you, um if nobody's going to respect you, then you why would you be married to them? And that is a total disrespect. So yeah, hopefully this guy gets shamed the way he should in the media.
So apparently it was a half marathon, and she did win. So the fact that the other guy was very close to her and could have literally um won the whole thing if she would have even remotely stopped, makes it even worse. Um, like I said, I don't. He clearly is a hater. I will agree on that. He is a hater. And I'm gonna also say that he seems to be, kind of based on his actions, people were saying like, oh, he's trying to tell the kids like mama loves running more than she loves y'all. And that's why I said I feel so bad for the kids, because the kids wanted to just embrace. They didn't understand, and they
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
did.
I don't know if they knew any better, because kids
They
are.
know that if both of your parents run races, you know you're not supposed to run up to them, and they knew.
But the daddy is pushing them.
Yeah,
The daddy is obviously pushing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they don't, if because they look kind of small. Like
they didn't.
maybe,
They didn't understand the ramifications of it, but they didn't know that they wasn't supposed to run up to her.
but if your daddy is pushing you, what are you thinking?
I mean, I didn't say they
Like
had easy choices, but that I mean they knew.
I don't know if they knew, but
Of course.
oh, this brings a whole new thing. Apparently she has defended her husband, because she wanted initially one. That's why I thought she was waving them off. I thought I saw that, and I said that earlier. Apparently she is defending. She's a Brazilian mom, and Luciana, I think I said that one right.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
um and she said that she originally wanted them to meet her there, and to embrace them, I guess. To Yeah, so she defended her husband.
So she wasn't aware that she was losing. So, and the fact that
but
she was losing,
but she said that she changed her mind and decided that she didn't want the kids to come. That's what she said. Now, is that the truth? I don't know, because she could be in an abusive relationship.
oh,
I don't know
Lucci
what's
lying,
I don't
Lucci
I don't know
lying.
what's going on, but I'm just saying this is what she is saying.
I ain't defending nobody no more. Like this right, this ever right here that made me mad. So you saying you defending him when he clearly prevented you from winning, and then now you knew that if them kids came out there, you was gonna lose because you tried to push them off.
She said that, well, in this article, they're talking about defending her husband for getting all the blame, saying he was merely following her wishes, which unexpectedly changed when she found herself in first place. So, because she ended up winning, which to me makes it
Now,
even crazier, because to me, if you're winning, especially, you would want to, like, if that's really your headspace, I would think that you would have especially wanted them to be there while you won, instead of
no.
like you in the back of the pack or something
This
like that.
this
I
whole
don't know.
story done changed up then because what I saw didn't look like she was wanting to defend him at all. But if she done came back and
She's
defended
defending
him,
him.
then fuck it,
And like I
stay
said,
married.
that's why I was like, she looked like she was chewing them off. Like when she was coming down the hill or whatever, it looks like
Because
she
they
was
wasn't
motioning them.
they wasn't
So,
supposed to be there.
but I'm saying now that part makes sense if he was gonna put them out there, because she wanted that to happen originally, and then when she changed her mind, so he should have understood. Shoo, fly, don't bother me, and not send the kids out
No,
there.
no, you can't come up with a plan. And then we had a plan, and then when you just find out you about to win, see now, Lucci, I was on your side. Now you done showed out because that's some bullshit. Like, okay, so she's not expecting to win. She was like, we want to do a viral video. So come have the kids meet me in my third, fourth, fifth place on the line. But no, I'm about to win. Get these damn kids out of here. That's what it sounds like. Like that. Like this
that's what
whole
it is. That's what it is. That's basically what she said.
because from what I read, now I must not have seen what you saw because what I saw, it said that the man was like he was trying. He nobody knew that they was in cahoots together to send the children out there. Like this is some craziness. Like, are we that video struck to where we want to have moments if we can't win the race? We want to have oh my kids met me at the finish line, and then oh I'm about to win. Get these goddamn kids out of here! Like what? What?
Basically, that's what happened. That's what it seemed to happen. She said, we decided to take the girls to the race so that I could cross the finish line with them.
Man, look, man. Let me tell
She
y'all
said
something.
she thought it was cool to create this moment with the children.
With the children on video because they're gonna put it on their page and be 1,000,000,000 views, and then everybody like, okay, I get it. That's what thrives everybody right now. But if you're supposed to put on things that happen organically online, okay? All these people that's creating all these moments and this and the other, it's looking like y'all creating shit and it's got
But I
edited
don't
50
think,
times.
unless somebody else was with them, which could possibly be true, I don't think it was their, I don't think it was them that was like the couple and the kids, that family that was filming. It appears that the organization was the one that was filming because it was filming the whole race, like the end of the race in general. They just happened to catch that because
Mm.
he came into the line of sight of the camera.
Nah, I'm still calling Lucci. I'm still calling Lucci as the fraud there, because nah, you can't want to create this moment. Like, so then what was the moment then? The moment for her daughters was like, fuck that, when I'm about to win, right? Nah, that's not cool. That's see, I'm telling you, look, I love Joanne to death, but I know some of the people that she run with. I'm pretty sure they got this batshit craziness in them. Not her, but some other people. Because this is a very competitive world. I don't know why y'all want to run so damn much in the first place, but it ain't that goddamn serious, okay? For real. But yeah, you done went viral for the wrong reason. Now you gotta either defend yourself or your husband. Because I think she defended her husband because it really was her that was like, "Oh no, babe, I'm about to win. Bring them kids back. Bring them kids back. I'm about to win now. Get out the way. Get out the way. This is my moment." You know what I'm saying? And that is toxic. Get them DHR, CPS, whatever they call it in that area. Go check on these people. Because these poor kids probably confused here, and this is just a race. Ain't no telling what they got them doing in their normal everyday life.
Well, she just changed her mind. She has the right to change her mind in the middle.
No,
And like I said,
no.
she was clearly shooing them away.
But
Shoot, I don't blame
okay, so
her.
okay, neither one of us have children. But if your child, you tell your child, okay, baby, this is gonna be a great moment for us. I want you to run up to me at the end of the finish line, and then next thing you know, when it comes time to be down, no, 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 shoot, 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 get. That's confusing. That's child
Well,
abuse.
one, I would
Mm.
I would only tell my husband. I wouldn't tell the kids in case anything happened. So I would have only told my husband. And I would hope that my husband has enough sense that he knows that if I'm about to win the race, don't be sending them kids to be like
Man,
that.
man, come on.
Like I'm gonna, because again, her staying there and getting the kids would have meant that she didn't win. So that's why I'm saying, like, because did you not see the
You
other
still got
person
to
right
cross the
behind him?
finish line
I know.
to
I'm saying, like,
complete it.
where they were at. Now they can run up to me after the finish line. Totally okay with that. Whether I'm in first place or 1,500 place, that's fine. But I'm saying where they were trying to get on to embrace me at that point in front of the finish line, then if you see that somebody is literally right behind me, right really
I thought
behind
they were
me.
small kids though. They can't see that. They don't know.
No, I said that's why I said the husband. The
Oh.
husband. Because I already excused the kids earlier because they kids and kids
Mm.
be kids.
I think they know. They
Kids
knew.
be kids.
They just
Kids
want to
be
do what they had.
kids.
Because when I was a kid too, but I still want to do what the fuck I want to goddamn do. And then when I got called out on it, I'd be like, oh, I'm just a kid. Mm-mm. Kids know. You knew. I know. I
No,
knew.
some kids are kids. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. Hmm. But
Okay.
yeah, any other thoughts about that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I take my support back from Lucci.
So, one of the other things that is on the, of course, prom season is pretty much wrapping up for everybody because a lot of people are graduating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Graduations are totally done. So there is this mother that was on the Tamron Hall show, and she mentioned that her daughter's dress, send off, all of that. cost $16,000, and a lot of people said
The
that
dress was the least amount of money
yeah,
she spent.
yeah, um, and people were basically saying that she was spending an excessive, that the child is going to grow up and basically be a brat and be entitled because the mama paid the $16,000. Now, people were also upset because the mama mentioned that she um she didn't go to her prom. She said her
Right.
siblings went to their prom, but she didn't get a chance
She
to
was
go to
the
her
only
prom.
one that didn't get to
Yeah.
go.
And so apparently the daughter wanted to go to somebody else's prom, and the mama was like, "No, you should be able to go to your own prom," because she felt like she didn't want her daughter to upstage people that at a prom that wasn't hers.
Right.
So she convinced her daughter to go to her own prom, and in turn, she ended up spending sixteen thousand dollars.
$16,000.
So some
Four
people were
thousand
like,
dollars for the car.
yeah, a lot of people were saying that like she was living vicariously through her daughter, and that's
So
also traumatic as well because a lot of people think a lot of things is traumatic. You tell them I use a coloring book, and they be like, "Oh my goodness, that's so traumatic!" Like you should let them freestyle that, like whatever. But I'm just, I'm just saying, some people really be thinking like that. I don't clearly,
let
but
me
I'm
tell
just
you
saying.
something. This right here, if I am in the position, I'm gonna tell you, I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me and my child. If I have a disposable income to where I can spend $16,000 on a motherfucking prom, that ain't gonna be the only thing I spend $16,000 on for my child. Now, do I think that she was doing this and as an extension of herself? Yes. But she didn't. Now, as long as she didn't go to the goddamn prom, then I think that's
Yeah,
okay. If she had showed up in her own damn dress and what you call that thing, corsage, and now then
yeah,
tried to go herself, then I'd have been like, okay. But you can't tell nobody what to do with their money. And she was right to say, I'm not finna spend all this money on you to go to somebody else's prom, because that ain't right. Because everybody gonna be talking about her then, like, oh, you think you this, you think
yeah,
you that. But now, baby, I got it. You don't. That's the only reason why you talking about me like this. Okay. I think that it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. It's one event. Like if I had a
yep,
disposable income to where I could spend 16K on any given thing for my little cousins, I'm gonna do it. Fuck how you feel about it. This is my money, yeah. Now ask me to borrow a couple thousand if you want to do the same for your child, and we'll see what we can do. But no, don't tell me that I'm being excessive because I'm able to do this. That car was pretty sharp for $4,000, but I wouldn't have paid $4,000 to let a teenager drive it. I tell you that much.
so yeah, so she
Did you write down the
I
things that she spent? Because I didn't. I just know that the $1,200 was the dress that was the least the most cost effective thing that she bought.
She, yeah, I have some of the costs. So,
Thirty four
her
hundred
dress
dollars for
was
like.
$1,300, $4,900 for her shoes,
Mm-hmm.
$175 for her hair, 4,000 for the car rental, and 3,900 for the send off celebration, and $1,600 for the hotel for preparation, and 750 for the photographer and
Yeah.
I think videographer,
Yeah.
maybe for
That
whatever
sound about
reason.
like 16K. Close enough with taxes. You carry the phone. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
That sound about.
the shoes, the car rental, and the send off. That's where most of the money. Obviously, that's about that's fofo. About $13,000 was spent just for those.
$4,000 for 4,900 for some shoes. I'm hiring a bodyguard to watch her feet all night. I'm sorry,
Jimmy,
but no, that's crazy. 4,900. I want to know who made this shoe. This was a goddamn glass slipper from Cinderella, wasn't it?
and like people were saying that could be a whole year of college tuition. And my thing is, I can't remember, but I'm like, what if this girl ain't planning on going to college? And two, what if this girl like already has a scholarship? Like, if and this is my thing with people. People are always like, "Oh my goodness, you shouldn't spend that much money on this. You shouldn't spend that much money on that." The truth of the matter is, whether or not you're a bag person, you're a shoe person, you're a food person, you're a drink person,
You spend it.
even if you spend it in illicit activities, you spend your money on what you spend your money on. Some people spend
Exactly.
their money on a whole bunch of games. Some people spend their money on shoes, clothing. Just because that's not what you would spend your money on
Exotic liquor.
has nothing to do with what other people spend their money on. I personally would not pay so much money for a pair of shoes. However, there is things that
Yeah,
I
you
would
would.
pay for. No, I don't
If
know.
you
But
had it
there
like that, you would.
a couple of thousand, yeah. I don't think I'll be spending 4,900. I just don't see that. Because I'm really like
Bougie.
my
So
shoes don't
when
consist of stuff like Jimmy Choo shoes. I'm not
well,
really gonna
not,
be
that's
wearing no heels.
now. That's
I'm not gonna be
now.
wearing no heels, so
Bless your heart. That's now though. But if you had it to where you could spend 16K on one event, you can't. Well, you might want to say it, but you can't tell me you wouldn't.
I know I was if that was my child and I wanted to give them this elaborate thing, yes, I'll definitely spend them. If I had the money, yeah, I definitely spend it on it. As long as I know that everything is already paid for its college. Like if I already had money saved up for college, or they got a full scholarship or something like that. Now, what would be crazy is I wouldn't do that and then expect my child to get student loans to go to college. I wouldn't do that.
See, now you
Priority
being
because of priority.
judgmental.
No, I'm saying because of
That
you
ain't
asked me about
what's the priority.
you asked me about me.
I
So
did.
my
Right.
opinion is that if everything else school wise was taken care of and they didn't have to get student loans because they had a scholarship or we already had the money set aside to pay for it, and I had additional $16,000, baby, rack it up. Let's do
So
it.
if that child asked for that and you had it, but you said I'd rather pay this, and this with it, you wouldn't do it.
No. Like because of priorities, like why would you want to just have a 1 day event? Of course, there's
That's where
memories,
your
but
judgmentalness is coming in because
it's not
it
judgmental.
ain't
You just asked me my opinion,
right. Then yeah, I'm
and
telling
I'm
you that
telling
your
you my
opinion is
opinion.
judgmental.
Okay.
The fuck? You can't. You say because your priorities aren't straight. That their what if their priority was to have a good time? That's still not okay in your eyes,
In my eyes, education is important.
right?
So that's why I make the caveat of that. If we already had the money to pay for the 4 years of college or however, depending on what they're wanting to do, or if the child already had a scholarship that was full scholarship that was paying for everything, then yes, it wouldn't be a problem for me.
Right.
My priority would not be to put my child in debt for school if they wanted to go to school just because I wanted them to have an elaborate
Why would they
send
be
off
in
for a
debt?
prom.
They wouldn't have any.
Student loans.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have any responsibility for thus far for the prom. What if, like you just said, what if that she don't want to go to college? See, that's where the judgmentalness comes in. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what you would do in your situation. You're saying that's what is the right thing to do.
Because you asked me my opinion.
Right. I did. And you said
Okay, so
your
that's my
priorities.
opinion.
So you're saying
Because
somebody
my
that doesn't
priority is
prioritize.
education.
Right. And that doesn't, and to you, that doesn't seem judgmental to other people, right?
I just say people have different priorities, and
Yeah.
whatever their
No,
priority
no, no, no.
is, that's
You
on
didn't say
them.
that. No, you said people have different something else. You
Well,
didn't say priorities.
spending. I may have
Right.
said
Okay.
spending because they do, but I'm
Right.
saying like
That's what I'm saying.
I will prioritize
But you would
college
have something to
and the
say if
payment of that.
somebody didn't do that, right?
That's them. I
That's them.
have
But you'd be like,
I
damn,
have
I would have, and they didn't have no money for yeah.
no, because
I
they know their child. If they know their child is not going to school
bullshit.
or something like that, then that's on them.
I call
If they
cap
know
on
that
that.
their child already has a career or a potential career doing something else, and that doesn't involve college, then why am I mad at them? I don't get mad at people for spending their
What if they
money
don't
however they
and they
want to spend their
decided to
money.
spend it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If as long as they have something else in place, that's what you're saying. That's why I'm saying you don't hear your judgmentalness. As long as they have something else in place, that's fine.
You asked me about me.
Yes, and I'm asking you
And
about you, and
I
you said
said
what
that
you would do, and I'm telling you. Okay, never mind.
and
All
I
right,
said that education is a priority for me.
right.
I will want to make sure their education is covered before I concern myself with anything concerning the prom.
Because
Yes,
if anybody else didn't do that,
would they still have a prom or a send off? 9 times out of 10, yes. But would it be elaborate? No. It wouldn't be no $16,000, baby. You better figure out what we can do with a $2,500 budget, baby. I don't know what else to tell you.
you might as well stay at home and eat
You
popcorn.
better call some friends and get some together.
But look, I'm trying to get out here for this game. So, is it my week for what has a book, a movie, or a TV show taught me? It's my
Yes,
turn.
it is. It
All
is.
right. So, keeping in mind that we watching, the playoffs are right now. It's not really exciting without my Warriors in there. Go Dubs! Shout out. Um, but I have been listening repeatedly to a lot of my James Patterson novels, because I can go through an audio book in 2 or 3 hours, so it's nothing for me to listen to 2 or 3 books a day. So if you're not familiar with James Patterson, he's a novelist that has penned excellent murder mystery books. He's the movie Along Came a Spider, Alex Cross, and Kiss the Girls are based off books that he has written. And I've been listening to one in particular over and over, and it just has taught me that even though, okay, keep in mind, I have done this my whole life when I'm at hotels and stuff like that. Before
Okay.
CSI came out, before all that stuff came out, be careful where you go. Clean up after yourselves. You leave your DNA pretty much everywhere. Like as my friend Spicy K here is drinking this water bottle, her DNA is all over that,
Of
everywhere.
course.
Everything that you leave everywhere has your DNA on it as long as you touched it, even if you're in the presence of that area. So what I have learned is, and one of my biggest fears is, one of my biggest fears happened to me last year when I was seeing somebody die in front of me. But my other biggest fear is being accused of a murder that happened in a hotel or somewhere that I was at just because my DNA was there. And it has happened in several of these books that I've read. So keep in mind, clean up after yourselves. Stuff like skin cells and hair you probably can't
Yeah.
get, but don't leave your saliva and fingerprints on any and everything and everywhere you go. Because I'm telling you, if 10 years from now something happened and your DNA is still there, they gonna call you,
Well,
and you
that's what
better have
happened
an
on.
alibi.
I can't remember the. I can't remember the actual movie, but I believe Shamar Moore was in it. Where the man got, I can't remember which character, but they got the person
Motives.
to, okay, motive, where they got the person to hold the knife and then came back later on and used
Hmm.
the knife, and that's the fingerprints on it because the person used gloves. So yeah,
And you
you
saw
have to
what
be
happened
very
to
careful.
Shamar. He got locked up. They won't let me out. That was where they came from. Motives.
The song "Locked Up,"
Yeah.
or you talking about from
It
Motives?
was Akon. Yeah, it was in that movie. That movie came out in like early 2000, if not the 90s. With Shamar Moore,
Mm.
where he was, yeah, he set that boy up. He touched that knife months ago. Put
I
that
know.
knife
Put it in the
back.
bag. Put a glove on. Put it in the bag. Yeah, you got to be careful because people just be out here just wilding.
You know what? Matter of fact, ain't nobody when you come around me don't never touch nothing I have ever again. You hear me? Nobody. That's
well,
everybody.
well, I know that people probably think it's strange, but like I do not touch door handles at all. Like I use my shirt or whatever I have or something else. I don't touch it, so I would never have fingerprints on anybody's door. Like when I go into the thing, and then like I also really hate doors that don't automatically open. And then so I just press the handicap button most of the time with my elbow or my knee.
Bless her
Just
heart,
depends on
y'all.
what I have on, so the
Now I
door
ain't
can
never thought
automatically
about
come
that
open.
extent of it, but yeah, that's true. Fingerprints do not lie, and since I work for the security company that we won't talk about, my fingerprints are in the system. I am not a criminal, but I had to put my fingerprints in the system
My
twice.
fingerprints are in the system too because of my license.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous. I don't like that because them motherfuckers can place them shits anywhere. You know what? I'm finna go talk to somebody this week. You know what? I'm finna get my stuff removed out there because I don't want that. Don't let your kids do them identity kits neither, because that is their fingerprints don't never change, and the fingerprints can be planted anywhere. Don't let them do it.
But no,
If
no,
you
no.
do it, keep it
You say
yourself.
that. But you
Keep it
say
yourself
that.
at home.
But if that's how they end up finding out who
Mm-mm.
harmed one of your family members, how would you feel then?
No, you get their fingerprints to keep them at your own house. You do not have to put them in the system with the police because the
But
fingerprints do not change their whole lives. Okay, don't do that. That was
but
some.
if that could solve a situation that happened with your family, would you not want that?
No. How many times has
Okay.
it been solved, or how many times have people been fingerprints been planted? More often than not. So no, I would not want that. You can get your own kids' fingerprints, take it, put it on a card, and put it in your own safe at home. Thank you. That's the end of my TED talk. All
Okay.
right, that's
Okay.
it.
Well, that is episode 61 for you.
Peace out. Come on,
Episode 61 of
Timberwolves.
the Ops. We telling it all. This is your girl Spicy K,
It's your girl TK. Time for these playoffs. Let's go.
and we out of here.
Peace.